heard you were bouncing around out there on the practice field today, feeling pretty good. Did that wind do something for you?
Oh yeah. I think just as a team too, I think we have a lot of confidence today out there in practice, and it seemed like a lot of guys were moving around fast, and it was just good to see, and it was just good to get back out here and get things going again.
Coach said you got a little bit of a swagger to you, since you were named the starter. Is that something that you kind of feel you can maybe be a little bit more confident in yourself and your leadership when you know you're the guy?
For sure. I think that there's always kind of a swagger mentality you have to have as the starter, but I think I try to keep the same, mentality the whole time. Either backup, starter, it doesn't really matter for me. I'm just trying to be the best person I can be day in and day out, get better at my craft and perfect it so I can help our guys win a lot of games.
How's that chemistry between you and Trayshawn developing? It looked like you were looking for him a couple times on those deep balls, and where can it continue to kind of go from here?
Yeah, well, we played a little bit last year together in those couple games, and so I think we've been developing a good connection throughout fall camp too. But I think just getting some more reps after practice, kind of cleaning some things up as practice goes with him, kind of just talking, just getting on the same page with all the wideouts. I think that's something that's going to help us a lot.
Did you go into camp feeling like you had a legit chance to start a job, and why did you feel that way?
Oh yeah, obviously I did. I thought, we have a great group of guys in our QB room, but I think, we're all here to compete and to get after it. So I think, and Coach Lingard does a great job at kind of, telling us, what it is and kind of how he sees us playing it out. And through the whole camp, he letting us all compete. And so I think whenever, all four guys are competing, you think you have the chance to be the starter always. And that's just kind of the mindset you have to have. So I don't think that did much.
It seemed like during the first 2 or 3 weeks of camp, Tristan and Sam got more reps with the ones than you and Bidlack. When did the switch kind of flip for you? Because it looked like the last week and a half, you kind of turned it on in practice.
Yeah, well, I think just that part of that just kind of tended to, Sam coming in from a new system and trying to get in and get, he needed those reps to be able to, get timing down and stuff like that. So I wasn't too, I kind of knew that was going to be the thing with Tristan coming back too, and so I just kind of tried to just be my best and lead those guys, the threes, and just trying to move the ball in all the scrimmages and just be the best I could be. There's not really much I could do to control that, but I just tried to come in and day out with the same mindset to just compete and get better.
What did you, when you looked at your performance from last season, where were the biggest things you felt like you need to work on?
Well, I think one thing was definitely just getting through my progressions and my pocket presence. I think I've grown a lot in that area. I think I've been able to stay in there more now and kind of go through my 1, 2, 3 reads and find my check downs. Whereas last year, I think at times I was a little antsy, and I would kind of see something break down and get out of there too quick. But I think that's one thing, and then I think just my overall knowledge of just the football game and just coverages and different schemes and what people are trying to disguise and do to you. I think that's something that's I've grown a lot in.
Is this a system that takes a while to kind of get acclimated and accustomed to? You kind of hear from some folks that this system it does sometimes take a while. Like, did it kind of happen that way for you when you don't get a fall camp and install last year? This time you kind of do, and maybe your grasp of everything is better?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I know this offense inside and out. I think I'm very knowledgeable inside this offense now that I've had an extra fall camp and that spring. So I think, as an overall, just in this offense, I feel very comfortable with just all the checks and all the, my progressions and where I'm supposed to be based off of what coverage I'm seeing. So, I think for sure, I think just the experience through fall camp and just being in here in the system for another, couple of months has helped me out a lot for sure.
When you were looking at schools coming out of JC, this Oregon State obviously runs a pro style. You're more of a run pass dual threat type. How much did you look at this program and wonder how you would fit in as a dual threat quarterback?
Well, I think I wanted to, get into a system that prepared me to go to the next level as well, and I think we do a lot of stuff here that they do in the NFL, and I think being a dual threat guy, I think polishing, my under center stuff up and being able to be good in the play action game and the run game and making those checks is something that, can make me even better because I do have the ability to extend plays with my feet and, run the zone reads and stuff like that. So, no, I think this offense, and Coach Lingard is doing a great job at, kind of changing some things around and getting some new things involved for us to, kind of use my legs and here and there. But, for sure. I think Oregon State I think it's a great fit for me. I love the coaching staff. I've always loved the offense that they have here, so it's been all good.
As a team, now that you've kind of got some momentum, how do you kind of keep that going and make sure that you guys continue to kind of play at a high level?
Yeah, well, I think you just gotta, come in week in and week out with that mindset of just getting better. And you're playing, against yourself every week. You're trying to be better than you were last week. You're trying to, minimize the mistakes and come out and execute cleaner. And so yeah, I think as a team, I think we're just, focusing on ourselves. And we know we got a good opponent this week, and we got to prepare for them. So.
One of the things that kind of jumps off the page looking at the stat sheet is just your improvement in completion percentage this year compared to last year's. Is there anything that's necessarily clicking more now than it was last year?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it just goes back to just my overall, understanding of coverage and understanding of where our guys are going to be and what routes they're maybe running based off of what they're getting, from the DBs. So I think, I think that just is a main factor into my, completion percentage, because I think I'm knowing and I'm anticipating more where my guys are going to be at, and I'm able to anticipate throws more and more.